Whis is flying away from Earth, moving faster than Goku Black can hope to keep up with, even if his stolen body could survive in the vacuum of space, which it may be able to, we're not really sure. As they fly, the Supreme Kai thanks Gohan and Trunks for his revival, but asks where they're going. Whis interjects and says they're headed to the planet of the god of destruction, Beerus. Shin looks to Whis with confusion and asks who he is as well.
You should know who I am. I'm Whis, the Angel of Universe 7 and the attendant of Beerus.
Shin simply shakes his head. He knows who Whis is, but Whis shouldn't be around since Beerus was dead till only a few moments ago. There's no way for him to have been on Earth that quickly. Whis can see the Supreme Kai is catching on, but tells him not to worry, as all should be made clear very, very shortly. So they continue until they arrive on Beerus' planet, where they are met by Whis. The future version of the Angel greets his present counterpart.
Ah, so you're me from a different timeline. I suppose you're the reason Lord Beerus was revived then? Yes, Lord Beerus didn't want any more time traveling to occur, so he sent me here with these two half-Saiyans to help them revive your missing god of destruction.
Future Whis understands, and present Whis explains the threat of Goku Black, but also adds his and Beerus' suspicions that Zamasu is somehow involved with this Goku Black situation based on the ki he felt from Goku Black. Future Whis decides to check his staff to search for Zamasu's current location. When he does, he's shocked to find that Zamasu is on Earth right now. At the very least, he's working with Goku Black. This confirmed Whis' suspicions, so he says he'll head back and inform present Beerus about Zamasu's involvement. Before he goes, he asks where Beerus currently is. Future Whis says that Beerus died in his sleep, so he should be waking up at any moment. This surprised present Whis, since Beerus should have woken up a while back to find the Super Saiyan God. The two Whis briefly discuss their differences, and present Whis learns that Beerus went to Vampa in search of the Super Saiyan God instead of going to Earth. Present Whis then explains what the Super Saiyan God actually is, and that his future counterpart can train these two half-Saiyans to obtain that power, and power even beyond it. With that, present Whis leaves, and back in the main timeline, he tells Beerus about Zamasu, so they watch the Rogue Kai until he acts up, which leads to Beerus destroying him just as he did originally. Back in the future timeline, Whis goes to wake up Beerus and prepare for the trip to Earth to stop Goku Black and Zamasu. Before that, he tells Kibito and Supreme Kai to return to the realm of the Kaioshin for now. They agree and leave Beerus' world. As Whis goes to wake up Beerus, Gohan and Trunks can sense an incredible power from within the tree castle. There's no way Beerus could have woken up yet, and if he's anything like present Beerus, they shouldn't be able to sense him at all. What is this power they're feeling? Beerus wakes up from the early explosion of his alarm clock. He lets out a yawn and asks Whis why he woke him up so soon. Whis explains the situation of Goku Black and everything that has happened to the gods of the multiverse.
So my death wasn't just a nightmare then. Fine, let's take care of this Goku Black quickly so I can go back to sleep.
Beerus and Whis make their way out of the palace and find Gohan, Trunks, and the resident of this planet, Broly. You see, Broly was taken from Vampa before Beerus destroyed it because he's interested in Broly's power. Check out my What If Beerus Went to Vampa Instead of Earth video for more information on what happened there. That takes place in the main timeline, but the details are pretty much the same. And while you're at it, shoot me a follow over on Twitch and Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it. Beerus is nervous that Broly might start a fight or something on his planet, but Whis tells Beerus that Broly has been training to control his emotions, and he's fairly timid as it is. Beerus lets out a sigh of relief. Having to fix his planet if Broly was to lose control would be a nuisance after all.
So, you're the two half-Saiyans, I presume.
Gohan and Trunks both nod.
What I do today isn't for you or your pathetic planet. I'm taking down a rebel god for the sake of the multiverse. And to gain Zeno's favor, right, my lord?
Beerus nervously shifts his eyes to Whis, but it's clear that that's part of his intentions. Whis tells the three Saiyans that they're all going to Earth. Once there, they can watch the God of Destruction work and understand the power they'll be striving for in the near future. The three Saiyans nod, and they begin their flight to Earth. Once they arrive, they are immediately met by Goku Black, and even more surprisingly, Zamasu. Beerus doesn't hesitate. He immediately flies towards Zamasu and uses a Hakai on him, then turns his attention to Goku Black. No matter what the god in the stolen body does, he just can't keep up with Beerus, and when it finally looks like Goku Black will be finished with the Hakai, Zamasu jumps in front of it. As is directly stated by Beerus in the Dragon Ball Super manga, and is implied heavily by Whis in the Dragon Ball Super anime, Beerus can't kill immortal beings, and this should even include with the Hakai. So Zamasu would simply need to regenerate after being destroyed, and when Beerus realizes this, he knows he'll have to handle the immortal one first.
Whis, are you sure this Saiyan brute is able to control himself now?
Whis nods, so Beerus tells Broly to go after Goku Black, but warns him if he loses control, there won't be a second chance for him. Broly flies in and begins to fight Goku Black. Even in his base form, he seems to be well equipped to handle Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. However, Goku Black is getting stronger as he fights. It's almost a reversal of what happened in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Beerus tells Whis to ready the sword, and Zamasu is well aware of what's about to happen, the sealing technique of the gods. Beerus was about to trap Zamasu in a sword just like he did to Elder Kai. This wouldn't be good. Zamasu looks to Goku Black, who despite getting noticeably stronger in his fight with Broly, wasn't going to retain the winning side because Broly had just transformed into his Ikari form, one of the transformations Whis taught him how to control. Goku Black looks back over to Zamasu, and the two nod at each other. Before Beerus can ready his sealing blade, Zamasu puts his Potara on the opposite ear, pulling Goku Black away from Broly and combining the two into Merge Zamasu. Zamasu begins to gloat about the power of his merged body. Having obtained tremendous power from Goku Black fighting Broly, he is far and away stronger than he was in the original version of this story. Luckily, the sword is finally ready. Beerus begins to charge in, but Zamasu has a wicked smile on his face and teleports away before Beerus can catch him. Beerus realizes what just happened. Zamasu is able to use the Yardrat technique of instantaneous movement. The only place he'd teleport to is the only place that can stop Beerus, the realm of the Kaioshin. With no way for them to teleport as well, all they can do is hope that the Supreme Kai can escape from the merged god. Luckily, he does. Kibito sacrifices his life to allow Shin the chance to teleport to Earth. Of course, Zamasu just follows him back. Having to protect the Kai puts Beerus on the defensive. Even worse, Zamasu has obtained a new ability. A rift in the sky opens, and an army of merged Zamasus pour into this world. They were weak enough for Beerus to handle, but this would occupy his time since any one of them could kill Shin by themselves. Broly flies towards the original merged Zamasu and begins to fight. Unfortunately for Broly, despite being more powerful, Beerus screams that they won't know what'll happen if the mortal shell containing the immortal half of Zamasu is destroyed, so Broly can't go for the kill. They exchange blows, and eventually Broly turns Super Saiyan, another form that Whis taught him how to control in an attempt to physically overpower and restrain the merged god. At first, this works, but Zamasu is still growing in power and acclimating to Broly's strength. This growth closes the gap between them and causes the battle to be determined by who can grow faster. Zamasu is already deteriorating into his purple arm form, but with that form comes power. Slowly but surely, it seems like Zamasu's relatively similar strength but superior technique is overtaking Broly, and Beerus is struggling to keep up with all the clones that are still pouring in. It's all over. The universe will be Zamasu's after all. Gohan and Trunks have failed the future timeline. Is what I would say if the two half Saiyans had given up. In the commotion, Gohan and Trunks were able to grab the sword Whis had made for Beerus. Gohan flies between merged Zamasu and Broly, using a solar flare to distract him, allowing Trunks to land the final slice on the god and seal him away for good. With merged Zamasu sealed, the rift the clones came from is closed, and the clones themselves begin to disappear. Broly is able to revert to his base form, exhausted from his fight. This is where our conflict ends, but not our story. After celebrating their success and restoring the world to how it once was with the Dragon Balls, Gohan and Trunks are told they are to go to Beerus' planet regularly for training with Whis. The present version of Whis revealed what the Super Saiyan God truly is and a power beyond that. If they were truly to entertain Beerus one day, if they were to become his greatest rival, then he'd need them to learn this power for themselves. Of course, being tired of relying on the past for help, they accept the offer to learn the power that their fathers already know. Beerus doesn't show it, but he's happy to see their enthusiasm, so he takes a short nap while their training commences. After a few years, Gohan and Trunks are truly able to tap into their own potential and have a mastery over Super Saiyan Blue. They've been training alongside Broly and are even able to keep up with his newly controlled Super Saiyan full-powered form. An explosion awakens Beerus, who steps out to face his challenge. The three Saiyans transform, and Beerus begins to power up.
I'm beginning to think this might actually be entertaining.
So, a battle between the Saiyans and Beerus takes place. No stakes, no threats, just a fun battle to see who's the strongest and who's worthy of being called Beerus' greatest rival. Not all questions need to be answered though. Tell me who you think performed the best in this fight in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you so very much for watching.